What's up, gamers, and welcome back for more WotC-20. Today's matchup is Machamp versus Dark Fortress and Dark Muck. Various deck names for this grass deck have been thrown around, but I'll just be referring to it right now, at least, as Dark Fortress, since there is a Pineco active. There's also a Cleffa active for the Machamp side, so looks like Machamp has the draw. It's going to be a Fighting Energy onto Cleffa. That'll be a free Eek. And then it looks like it will just be Eek, no other basics to put down. Back over to Pineco's side, it's going to be a Grass Attach. Can't attack yet, since the only attack is Tackle for a DCE. And you do see, let's see, it looks like we're waiting for Eek to resolve because there is a lot of hand trap options in this deck. So right there, I think you can see a Sneak Attack waiting. We'll wait for them to come down with it, of course. That is 7, and it will be... Ooh, no. First, it's an Imposter's Oak Revenge. So you discard a card to basically take your opponent's hand, shuffle it into their deck, and then they have to draw 4. So much for that Eek. Darkness Energy is the discard of choice to make that happen. And that is a lot of early shuffling just due to all the disruption. Alright, fresh 4 has been drawn into more disruption immediately. Rocket's Sneak Attack lets you look at the opponent's hand. If there are any trainers, you can throw it back in to their deck. You see an Igglybuff, you can see a Salesman, a tool that Salesman can fetch in Strength Charm, and then a Copycat. Alright, and it looks like Salesman will go in. And there's one more trainer, looks like another Sneak Attack. And that will be a passed turn. And therein lies one of the difficulties with a heavy disruption deck, which is Cleffa. So Igglybuff comes down into an Elm. Looks like Elm was a top deck, so that's not tilting. And taking some time here. And we'll see if there were any basics in that hand. Looks like a Sentret was found. No attach for turn, it looks like. No more trainers, that's for sure. And it will be a keep, no Eek, pass back. And Pineco throws down a Rocket's Hideout, so if it were to evolve, that would at least boost its HP. Instead, we will attempt to tackle Cleffa and hit Tails on the baby rule, so no damage to Cleffa. Goldberry to Sentret. And there's a Fan Club, so now finally able to go and get those Machamp. And they're all on the bottom. 2 Rockets Machamp, 2 usable attacks and Punch and Kick. 20 and 30 respectively. You can kind of see the cost from here. 2 DCE to Punch for 20. Kick is a Fighting Energy and 2 colorless. Fan Club stays out, just so there's no more for supporters for turn. A Fighting Energy comes down onto Machamp. And you see an item finder discarding a Fighting Energy, as well as The heck was the other discard? Totally missed it. That's alright. We're going to Elm off of the item finder. And there is an Expedition Machoke and a Skyridge Machoke. I know that this deck runs both Machamps, but I'm not sure if there is a Machoke line split because it has some different attacks between the lines. Murkrow comes down onto the bench for Pineco's side. With a Darkness Energy, that could be a lock. And Tackle does nothing to Cleffa on the baby rule again. Welcome to the format. Machoke comes down from Expedition, so it can punch for 2 energy, or it can Mega Kick for 50 if you have 2 fighting and a colorless. The reason I was curious if we would see the Skyridge Machoke is because it can leverage DCE. It might have been able to go up to 40 from here for a Mega Punch, but no Skyridge Machoke in sight. And it will punch for 20. Keep in mind that Pineco only has 40 HP. That's why I was thinking of Skyridge Machoke up to this point. Draw for turn is a boss's way. It'll grab either a Dark Fortress, or I know there's a Dark Muck in this list as well, but it can't... I don't think it can grab a basic. I don't think there's any Dark-type basics in this deck, so... There is the Fortress. And some card text read up. If you're not familiar with Dark Fortress, right now it has 80 HP thanks to Hideout. It does have Explosion for 60 for 2 Grass Energy, where it will then deal 60 to itself, so it can survive that with the Stadium Online. But it also has Armor Up. So Armor Up is used, so until the end of your next turn, if Dark Fortress would be knocked out by damage from an attack, flip a coin. If heads, it's not knocked out. Instead, it has 10 HP. So kind of focus bandy. It's on a flip. It lasts a couple of turns. It's for your opponent's attacks and yours. And instead, we will see Machamp come out. Machamp, using that DCE, will be able to use Iron Fist. Instead, we're going to Terraform first. Terraform lets you look at the top 4 cards of your deck, arrange them as you like, and put them back. Iron Fist deals 50 damage. If you have any Pokemon with damage counters in play, though, you can flip a coin. If heads, deal 10 extra for each damaged Pokemon on your side of the field. So Iron Fist, 50 is a default right now. And let's see, that should put the Fortress up to 70, I believe. Because it took 20 before. Yeah, it took 20 before from Punch, and then 50 from Iron Fist. Sneak Attack can't hit anything in the hand there. And 1 card in hand for Dark Fortress. You're armored up, but it will wear off after you attack. And that Murkrow also has 50 HP, so Iron Fist will also knock out the Murkrow in 1 shot right now, the way things are. I think here you gotta armor up. Alright, instead we will use Explosion. 60 to Machamp, and that was a Tails, so Fortress knocks itself out with Explosion, which is flavorful. And Murkrow comes active, and with Iron Fist ready to go, that is going to be a donk for the 4 remaining prizes. We'll let them play it out here, but that looks like that'll do it, so that's a quick one. We don't see many of these often anymore since Erica's Jigglypuff is banned. Drop a comment if you think that's correct, but maybe we'll have a discussion about it someday. But as for right now, it looks like this game is going to be wrapped up. And thank you for watching.
Oh wait, I just hit you for 50. Okay. Well, I'll hit you for 50. But we can play good if you want.
Yeah, I'll be on top of that. Oh, look, another hideout.
All right, give me 2 seconds to report, and I will.
Yeah.